Yeah, cloudy and cool, but not cold. It's autumn. So, sleep. Man. Sleep is important, did you know? Last night I had terrible insomnia. I have a really hard time getting to sleep at night, mostly because my brain won't let me sleep. I have too much stuff whirling around in my head, and I have tricks to get around that and get myself to sleep pretty quickly ordinarily, most of which I wouldn't recommend because they're terrible, terrible habits. But since you're probably going to ask anyway, I'll tell you the main one is just I've got a little TV in my bedroom and I just turn it on with a sleep timer onto a show that I recognize, like Frasier or something like that, where I recognize all the voices and I've seen all the episodes a million times. And I just lay there and listen to it and concentrate on the storyline rather than what's in my head, and it usually puts me to sleep pretty fast. But anyway, yesterday I drank a little bit of coffee towards the end of the day, towards the end of the workday around 4 o'clock, and I didn't give it much thought at the time, but I should have, because I saw 4 a.m. come and go last night and tossing and turning, and I eventually at about 3 o'clock I just gave up and turned the light on and started reading a book. That's how wide awake I was. So today I'm feeling pretty sleep deprived, and it was my day to do intervals. So dutifully out to the seawall I go at the usual time of day. I didn't even get to sleep late, mostly because the phone rang and woke me up. So dutifully out I go to the seawall to get my intervals done, and at first I was like, well, you know, I feel alright because it was my usual time to wake up anyway. My body's used to waking up at that time, and I actually feel alright now even, but in the middle of my intervals I was kind of giving it, you know. The work interval is supposed to be a maximal effort, so sprinting like mad, and then the rest interval, just fast walking, rest recovery. And I was getting through it, and I thought, oh, I'm all right. And then things just started to fall apart. My muscles got sore and argued with me, and I just started to feel like an old plow horse that wasn't getting the work done. And I got to tell you, by the sort of the 2/3 of the way through, I was really not pulling maximal out of myself on my work intervals, which was frustrating for me because I really wanted to. But man, I was huffing and puffing. I was feeling like maybe I'll fall over instead, and you know, so I took a few sort of slower intervals instead of trying to pull out maximal, just to sort of give myself a little bit more recovery time. And I managed to get through it all. And I actually, I wouldn't say I broke a record because my record is a little bit further, but I made it pretty far. I made it at least as far as I do when I'm fully rested. But then coming back, that's when it all fell apart. So I didn't make it all the way back by the time the timer said I should be back, which was another bit of frustrating thing. So anyway, I'm just here to say that, you know, sleep. A lot of you guys maybe get through the day on, I know someone that gets through on 2 hours of sleep. I have no idea how he does it. But 3 or 4 or 5 hours a day. I need 8 or more. I know that from experience. I've tried to live on less. I can't do it. People say, well, you adjust. I don't. Believe me, I've tried. So I know I need a lot of rest. And, you know, so I'm just here to say sleep's important. That's really my only message today. If you're not getting enough sleep, try and find a way to get enough sleep. If you're an insomniac like I am, then try a few tricks, like my TV one. I mean, again, I don't really recommend it 'cause it's a terrible habit. And one day I'm really going to wish I didn't have that habit. Can't fall asleep without the TV on. Yikes. But, you know, do your best to make your bedroom a comfy, sleepy place, and get enough sleep, and so you can really pull out good workouts when you do work out and not just be dialing it in or going through the motions, you know, because you didn't get enough sleep that night. So that's all I had to say and all I had to share today. And so back to work I go. I've got a client in a couple of minutes, so I'll sign off now, and I'll see you again in a couple of days. Take care.